Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Hey, we've got an exciting video. We're going to take a little walk here. Would you please come with us? We're going to interview a couple that are going to be traveling to
South America.
and they are living and traveling in a van. Yeah, they're going to see the world, and so we want you to go with us and do this little interview. But what's interesting about it, before we get there, they're both about 6'3", really tall people. They have a somewhat large van. We're going to show you what the van looks like when we get there and interview them. And so I think it's going to be an interesting video. Young couple traveling actually from California all the way down to the tip of South America and going to hit the Antarctica. And so come along with us on this little tour.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Let's get going.
Let's go. Yay.
Well, talking with Wayne and Katie a little bit, they've been together for 5 years now.
After we met, we started to do some adventures and some travels together and really liked it. And then we kind of decided to save up, and we always talked about going to South America and decided to tackle the drive and actually drive down there.
Been in Mexico before?
Yes.
Okay, so you feel comfortable of being in Mexico. How about you, Wayne? Have you been here before?
Yeah, this will be my 4th time to Mexico.
Okay, so you feel comfortable with that. How about crossing all the borders and going through all the paperwork and stuff like that?
Luckily, Wayne is fluent in Spanish.
Okay, that helps.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So hopefully that will expedite the processes for the border crossings,
Uh-huh, okay,
which can be slow,
yeah.
but
We did a little bit of research. We mostly researched Mexico before we entered Mexico.
Yeah.
And as we leave Mexico, before we leave, we'll probably spend a couple days on the computer making sure we have all our ducks in a row
Uh-huh.
for Guatemala, which will be our next one.
You mentioned earlier, too, the thing that sort of got you excited about taking this trip. You went to Japan and rented a van, and you lived in a van there. Tell a little bit about that. That's exciting. Okay, so you actually rented a van, and it had to be very small from Japan. You guys are quite tall.
Yes, we rented a van from a company called JapanCampers.com, and the owner is even 6'6", so we knew that we would fit in the van, which
Yes.
was lucky. But it was a wonderful experience. Tiny vehicle, but we were still able to lie down comfortably in it and had a spectacular experience that got us our taste of living in a van.
So then you found the right van, and I understand you even named the van. What's the name on the van?
the van is named Donde, and we have a blog. It's www.dondevan.com.
Now, give us an idea. So you're in California, and you're in Reno. Now, give us an idea how you're going to work your way down to the tip of South America.
Basically, Mexico. From Mexico, it'll be Guatemala, Honduras,
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, then Panama. And from Panama,
Costa Rica.
Oh, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Costa Rica's in there too. And then Panama. And from Panama, you have to ship your vehicle.
Okay.
There's no road. It's called the Darien Gap, and it's a 45-mile stretch that there's no roads at all. So you have to ship your vehicle to Colombia,
Okay.
and then pick up from Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Argentina. However you want to slice South America.
Oh, exciting! This has been that trip there. I always wanted to do it, and it's still on the bucket list. But maybe someday we'll do it also. But, you're encouraging us.
Good.
Now the other thing, they're very young. You know what I mean? How old are you?
I'm 31.
I'm 33.
Okay, so here they have made a commitment to basically travel, and so what about? Are you both maybe trust fund babies? That maybe you won the lottery or something like that. You know what I mean? How are you managing to finance something like
Very
this?
cheaply.
We live as cheap as we can. We've saved up for kind of actively for about 3 years for this trip, and that was 3 years of living very cheap in the States.
So you had a goal, you made a goal in there like that, and so the goal became the important thing, and now the steps were to save and put money away, you know what I mean, to get this van, customize it, and then have the money to be able to travel for 2 years. Yeah, because today, people want instant, success. They want instant, travel and stuff like that. And you're showing the practical way of planning a trip like this by being frugal, and putting your money away and being able to do this so you don't have to do a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't you love to do this? You know what I mean? And they're actually doing it in their 30s, so this is fantastic. Tell us a little bit about your van. Tell us, you know what I mean? You guys both worked on it to customize it for your needs.
Our van is a 2003 GMC Savannah all-wheel drive, and it was a passenger vehicle. We removed everything from it and rebuilt it from the, not quite the frame up, from the body out.
Okay.
Every single piece of factory installation in the back was removed, and everything that's in it is hand done by us.
Okay, okay. So you gutted it. Now, how about, and you, I guess, repaneled it, and you've got a bed set up and eating and just the whole package deal. So you're going to be traveling in the van. Now, also, that saves a lot of money.
Yes.
Now, are you planning on staying in resorts as you travel down there?
We tend to avoid it because you're missing the cultural aspect of one of the main reasons why we're doing this trip, which is meeting people, getting to know people, both expats and locals living in the area. So the second you go to a resort that's all inclusive, you might have a little bit of that experience, but it's definitely diluted a significant amount.
Yeah, yeah. Expense-wise, stuff like that, you know, for somebody that, you know, maybe has the idea they'd like to plan a trip like this. Talk about, you know what I mean, now you're just starting, so I know you don't have the actual numbers,
Right.
but in your forecast, what somewhat of a range, what do you think that it's going to cost you on a, well, say a monthly basis?
We've kind of allowed for, and this is for 2 people, this isn't per person, for around $1,000 a month.
Oh.
And that should include our gas, occasional pay-for campsites. Like in big cities, you don't want to just sit at a gas station
Yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works.
Right.
Food, you know, sometimes it's worth it to expense a little bit more on food. Sometimes you can get a phenomenal meal for $4.
Right, right.
So it's, you know, living as cheaply as we can while still having the experiences that we're saving up and looking for.
Yeah. Traveling down, you're in your van and everything else. Now, what about supplementing your income as you're traveling? What is your plans with that? Are you going to work along the way? What do you have in mind?
We'd like to teach English. You can do that online or private lessons.
We want to work from time to time our way down to be able to afford to travel for longer. because
Right,
That's our
right.
goal.
Okay. Now, one of the things that may help you out to be able to follow them as they're traveling, you know, on this 2-year adventure here, they're doing a blog, and so you can actually, you'll be able to go on there and follow their trip. And again, I'm going to put down below in the down here. It's down here. I'm going to put in your information, but tell
Thank
us
you.
about what it is.
www.dondevan.com, and it's DONDEVAN.com. Well, Jerry, well, Lori, we're on our way to Chile. We're out of here.
Oh, I
Adios.
envy you guys.
Hasta luego.
The adventure continues. Adios.
Okay, bye.
Jerry Brown Travel.
Yay!
We love him.
What a guy.
This is him right here. Subscribe to the channel right now.
Subscribe to the channel.
Right down there.